mich hier irgendwo... Ich muss da rankommen, da ist noch irgendwas drin. Das haben wir schon angehört.
Okay, big boys, why don't you come in here and we'll sing the littles a lullaby. I'm tired. I know, it's bedtime. Okay. Oh, Elijah, lay down.
Wie komme ich da hin? Das ist doch nicht wahr. Ich glaube, da kommt man gar nicht hin. So, das haben wir auch schon.
So, how long will we be in California?
I won't let myself hold anything back this time. I would rather feel disappointed and let God heal my heart than to feel like I did not push myself as far as I possibly could in faith for my son. It was easier to believe that God would win this battle for Joel when the dragon Joel was facing was blurry, seen from a great distance up on a hill very far away. Now the dragon Joel is facing is close enough for us to begin to see every scale and scar. We can feel its breath. If we were confident before because we weren't quite sure what we were facing, then our confidence was misplaced. When the dragon becomes more real, then our God must become even bigger, even more real to us. Our faith must grow to match our circumstances. We must not, no matter how tempting, try to shrink our circumstances to match our perception of God.
I remember the day I was diagnosed. I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kowinski, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
Okay. Was jetzt?
Oh, her expectation is so maddening sometimes. Do you know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor? I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life, and I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents, supernatural miracles. I envy her.
Können wir jetzt in einem Spiel spielen? Was? Jetzt los? Joel, the baby knight.
Hop in bed, boys. Let's go.
Boys, get in bed.
Oh, can you at least tell us a story?
Dead Dragon Cancer heißt so. Okay, dann press the button to start. Mach ich gleich mal.
Sure.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the baby knight?
Yes, Joel the baby knight. But he's also Joel the very brave knight. And he was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
Okay.
Because of his tumor? Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Is the dragon big?
Very big.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
So much fire.
Mann.
So, Joel has armor, like a sword and a shield and stuff?
Ooh, or maybe a spear?
Das ist irgendwie cool.
Yeah, that sounds good. So brave Sir Joel with his sword and his shield and his awesome spear
Hä, wie soll ich da drüber kommen?
and his super
Was?
jumping ability was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
Jetzt
What
komme
other
ich da hoch.
superpowers does he have?
He also has brakes.
That's not a superpower.
It's the best superpower.
Do you guys know what grace means?
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Yeah, it's kind of like hope. You know, and he's not the only one who's ever tried to fight this dragon. Some very brave knights have fought this dragon and lost. And some are able to drive the dragon off. And they can go home and they can quit fighting for a while. Even in sick.
Joel's been fighting this dragon for a long time, huh?
A long time.
But Joel found a nice empty cave where he could rest. And it seemed like the dragon couldn't find him.
Jetzt, wir müssen jetzt nicht gegen den Drachen kämpfen, oder?
But just when he thought that the danger was past, the dragon found his hiding spot and came after him in the cave.
Well, that dragon's going to kill Joel. Joel's going to lose.
Why do you say that?
Because Joel
Oh.
is just a baby. Babies can't kill
Ah, das
dragons.
fängt schon mal gut an.
You're right.
Was war das jetzt für ein Sound?
The baby can't kill the dragon. But that's the best part of the story. God fights for Joel. So he fights that dragon cancer right with Joel. And we know that God can win even if Joel can't. That's grace.
Oh. Hier ist eine gute Stelle. Boah, du Arschloch. Was passiert, wenn man den tötet? Ist doch einfach. Hallo? Wie viele Pfeile muss ich den noch reinstecken, um dass der stirbt?
Well, what about Tim from Church Mom? He died from cancer. Wasn't God fighting for him? Didn't he have grace?
Of course, God fought for Tim too. Tim fought so well. And he was so brave and so strong. God let him rest. It may have seemed like the dragon won because Tim died. We know that Tim's in heaven and that he's with God and that God is so proud of him. So maybe maybe for Tim, getting to be done fighting was nice.
Kann mir jemand erklären, wie viele Feinde ich da... Ich mach das jetzt ganz lange. Ich spule es wahrscheinlich jetzt gerade vor. kommt zurück und jetzt müsste ich die Zeit drauf vorausgemacht haben. Das klappt ja sehr gut. Ich habe jetzt gerade mal bis 250.000 gespielt und ich schlage mal vor, wir lassen uns jetzt einfach töten. Ich will mal ganz nach oben gehen. Wir springen mal auf ihn drauf, mal schauen, was passiert. Kacke. Mal schauen, kommt er jetzt hier? Okay. Ich glaube, niemand hat gedacht, ich glaube, der Programmierer hat nicht gedacht, dass... Ich will jetzt mal nach rechts gehen. Schauen, was... Ich warte jetzt mal hier. Ja, naja. Haben wir es auch hinter uns. Schade, dass man ihn nicht töten konnte. Ich wollte jetzt mal kurz zum... Komme ich da hin? Ich glaube, da komme ich nur ein bisschen hin. Ich glaube, ich gehe jetzt mal an diese Brücke und dann noch weiter. Warum sind überall jetzt Flaschen wieder? Sagt mir jetzt nicht, wir können die alle wieder lesen.
So, how long will we be in California?
Oh, da ist ein Vogel.
I have so many things stirring around in my spirit that I have to write, to settle myself and find God's wisdom in the midst of chaos. I'm scared I won't be strong enough to face the things we might have to face in the coming weeks and months. But then, I remember how much grace God gave us to walk out everything we've already faced. I've never felt completely overwhelmed, and I've never felt alone. So no matter what comes next, and I truly cannot even begin to guess how this will go, I know we will be carried. I want to shout out, look what God is about to do. Watch how he delivers Joel. And at the same time, I want to roll up in a silent ball and wait it out with fear and trembling, so aware of all my doubt, but yet convinced that my doubt is insignificant compared to God's.
Okay, ich glaube, das haben wir schon durchgelesen. Ich gehe jetzt mal zu dem Vogel, der davor nicht da war. Ich glaube, wir haben hier was Geheimes gerade gefunden.
Is he ready for bed?
Joel, lay down. Okay. Should we do a song? Okay, big boy.
Ach, wir sind der Vogel. Ach so. Hallo? Ich komme hier nicht. Hallo? Nee, das haben wir schon alles.
We've been through so much already.
Oh.
This
So, jetzt kommen wir wieder weg. Komisch, da war ein Vogel. Ich glaube, die haben einen Bug gefunden, aber warum hat der Programmierer wirklich einen Vogel dahin programmiert, wenn wir das normalerweise eigentlich nicht sehen sollten?
Elijah,
Was hat er sich da unnötige Mühe gemacht? Egal. So, jetzt gehen wir mal zu dem Sofa da hinten. Da waren wir, zu der... Ja, doch, stimmt. Zu dem Sessel. Da waren wir noch nicht.